Out the way, sucker! Ha ha! Well, look at the rear view mirror. It's like, you don't get much more classic than that. Look at that mirror. Look at... What is up, YouTube? Welcome to MANvsVR, and today we're going to be playing Project Cars using the Gear VR, a steering wheel, and Vridge to run it on Steam VR. Now, after playing it on the HTC Vive, it dawned upon me, like, hey, what if I can just do this on my Gear VR? I've done it with the controller, so let's try it with the steering wheel, and I wanted to see how well it would play. So, that's today's video. We're going to go ahead and dive into the Gear VR this time and see how well it works. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, we are officially playing Project Cars on the Gear VR, and it is running really good. It looks pretty much like the Vive version I was just playing, so it's still pretty impressive. Granted, I can't lean in or lean back, but you know, right now I don't even feel the need to do that. I just want to win the race. I think we should dedicate this win, if we can win, to the Gear VR, because this is running really, really smooth. Woo, baby. Out the way, sucker. Ha ha. Oh yeah. This is running beautiful. Here we go. Let's see if we can pull up this lap. I'm gonna brake at the last second because I can. Come on, let me pass this guy. There we go. Yeah, this looks really, really good, guys. Definitely recommend, if you want to get a nice racing experience and you don't want to shell out the $800 or the $600 for the, you know, main stage HMDs, definitely recommend giving this a try, guys. 100%. This is really, really nice. It works really, really well. The 3D feels exactly like the 3D on the Vive. I'm actually using right now the super thin Vive VR cover to give me a wider field of view with the lenses, because you know my eyes are closer, so therefore the lenses feel bigger, so you know, to help give that extra bit of immersion that I can possibly get. I think we're going to come in third place on this one. It doesn't look like we'll be winning one for the Gear VR, but either way it's still a win because we just played Project Cars in VR on the Gear VR with a steering wheel, and it worked phenomenally. In fact, I enjoyed this so much, we are going to go ahead and we're going to just go for a cruise in just a regular old fashioned car. Let's go ahead and kind of show off the game, right? Let's do a nice sunset. There we go. We'll do a nice little sunset in California. What's better than a sunset in California, right? Alright, we'll go ahead and start it up. Look at that beautiful sunset. We're in a nice little old school Mercedes with a big old fashioned wheel. And just to give you an idea of like how good this works, you know. Here's my wheel. Here's me turning it. And it's pretty accurate with my own hand. It took me a while to get the steering wheel tuned, but it works really, really well. And I'm definitely happy with the settings so far. But this is cool. Look at the rear view mirror. It's like, you don't get much more classic than that. Look at that mirror. Look at this thing is cool. There, slow down. It's going for a nice little 3-mile cruise in California with the open road on the Gear VR. It doesn't get much better than this. It does not get. I mean, I'm getting an essential VR experience without having to spend the essential VR price tag. Thanks to Vridge and Riftcat, this is awesome. And it doesn't really get much better. I mean, I'm driving a car in the back roads in California. This is awesome. I am definitely impressed with how smooth this is running right now, especially with the steering wheel. You know, you gotta think, if there was any lag involved in my setup, this would be hard to achieve, right? You wouldn't be able to drive with the steering wheel because of the lag. Your turns would be inaccurate. My turns are accurate. I'm getting there. I got a little fishtail there, surprisingly, because I'm not going very fast. But like I said, you know, if there was lag involved, my turns would not be as accurate as they are. And it runs really, really well, which has me really excited for the wireless HTC Vive mod coming out later this year or beginning of next year from the Quark team and the N2 Game team. If this works this well, then that must work really well. This is awesome. Yeah, this just works so well. Yeah, this is definitely highly recommend this. Like I said, if you do not want to spend the top dollar price on an HMD, you know, it's just, if that's just out of your reach, and you've got, you know, a cell phone, or if you have the Gear VR, or if you have a Samsung phone compatible with the Gear VR, definitely pick it up. Now, granted, you can do this also on, you know, normal Android phones. Just make sure that they have 5 gigahertz AC connection, you know, compatibility, and make sure that, you know, you have the 5 gigahertz AC router, and you don't have anything else on that router signal except for your Gear VR, because that right there is how you're going to get the smoothest experience so far. But this looks phenomenal, and I am pumped. This looked really, really good. This worked amazing. I'm pretty impressed with how it worked out. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, it actually works really, really well with the steering wheel and the foot pedals. You know, as I said, you know, I didn't really feel the need to lean forward or lean back and lean to the left or right, simply because, you know, I'm driving a race car. Odds are, you know, I'm strapped in so tight, I'm not even really going to, you know, want to do that in a real race. But, don't get me wrong, having the option on the Vive is spectacular. You know, if you're driving through and you're seeing a sunset and you kind of look down and you get to admire the view, that right there is an experience on its own. But, you know, for a fraction of the cost, you can get a pretty good VR experience with Project Cars. Like, seriously, you know, with the $100 steering wheel, the Gear VR, the Samsung phone, which most people probably already have, and if you already have a Gear VR and a Samsung phone, you're set. All you gotta do is get Vridge Riftcat for the Gear VR off sideloader, and boom, you're good to go. I mean, it's literally, this right here is my favorite Vridge experience with Riftcat on the Gear VR. It was an absolute blast. Like I said, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys a little cruise run where I could kind of just chill and drive. So, not only did we get a race in, but we got a nice little chill session, and it didn't drain my battery all that much to do those 2 races. Like, I still had plenty of battery left, so we were good on that. Now, all I want to do is be able to charge while I play. That'd be really, really nice, but I gotta find either a mobile charger to clip on the headset or a long enough cord to reach, because right now I have 3-foot USB cords to do the charging, and I don't want to use an extension. I just want to use a straight up longer cord. I had one, but it broke. Overall, I have to say, definitely recommend this experience. Great, had a blast, and I would definitely be doing some more, and I will probably be, you know, kind of either or. That's what I like about this, because if I just want to do a quick setup, I can use my Gear VR. But if I feel like, you know, lugging out the Vive and all that stuff, then, you know, I can get a deeper experience, but it's not too much, especially with the thinner VR cover, because that thinner VR cover allows your face to get closer to the, you know, lenses, so therefore you get that feeling of a wider field of view, and it's pretty close to the HTC Vives when you get that close, I'm not gonna lie. And it was really, really neat. It looked really, really good, crisp, clear, smooth. As I said, that there was lag, you would be able to tell because I wouldn't be able to turn as accurate and stuff like that. So, You know, definitely if you're experiencing any lag with Vridge, you know, either hit up Vridge or RiffCat support, hit them up and, you know, show them like, hey, you know, this is what's going on. And also be sure on the bottom of the RiffCat page is a section where it says recommended settings. So start off with those recommended settings and then kind of work your way up from there. That's what I did, and that's how I got mine so pinpoint perfect. I mean, it's literally a great experience. I deal with no lag whatsoever. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that like button also. And also, guys, remember to stay awesome. I'm out of here. Peace.